Leafs in my power rankings last week.
Yeah.
Don't know if they'll be there this week, but let's get to it, boys. Who you got?
All
Jackie,
right.
who 2 weeks ago did I say when they came back and the Blackhawks win and you said, well, it's only Chicago? I said it can galvanize a team.
You did. You
Did I not? You remember
These
that,
are,
right?
These are facts.
And it has.
Facts
Any
on
kind of
facts.
win, you find a way, it helps your confidence.
That's right. And if anybody toots his own horn.
It's Ken Danico. I actually
just
don't even know if I
experience
said
it.
that.
Yeah. But he did it. I remember. I
Oh,
do
you
remember.
did.
You said it.
That's
I
after
remember.
you were, having a tough time with the Leafs.
I do remember he said it. Let's see. Now let's stay in the present.
Okay.
And let's see how omniscient you are moving forward here with your power rankings, top 5. Let's go. What do you got?
I do not like the top 5 because I could put 10 in the top 5
That's why it's hard. Okay, you got the Blues at number 5.
I have the St. Louis Blues at number 5. They're playing real good hockey.
choice.
On the road, they're a balanced team, and they've been consistent through the first 10, 12 games here, so I got the Blues at number 5.
4?
Number 4, I have to remember. Let's see it. Yes, there's my somewhat of a surprise, but let me preface. The way they're going right now, watching the Ducks play, and just saw them recently, they've been shutting out teams. Troy Terry's been phenomenal. Getzlaf's playing well, the old veteran.
Really is.
Just they're playing like a team. They're finding ways to win. They've been surprising. They're scoring a ton of goals. They couldn't buy a goal last year, and they've won 6 in a row. I'm putting the Ducks at number 4.
3.
Number 3.
Your number 3.
I couldn't take them out. I know they're 0-2-1, so this is a hybrid. I know it's what have you done for me lately, but I'm still putting the Florida Panthers number 3 because they are, to me, still top to bottom, been the best team in the league so far, and I know that's kind of balancing out the fact that they haven't had a great week, but I still stick them.
Well, you just like them because they came in and the Devils beat the daylights out. All right, number 2.
They're still a heck of a hockey
Number 2, yes, they are. Number 2.
The high-flying Edmonton Oilers, boy,
right.
Can they put the puck in the net.
Your hometown team.
They have Batman 1, Batman 2. I grew up in Edmonton. The Oilers are deeper. You've touched on it a lot. I mean, they've really improved with some of the guys surrounded by McDavid and Draisaitl, and they're a deeper team. They've been strong this year, and they don't look like they're letting up anytime soon.
All right, number 1?
Number 1, yes, is the Carolina Hurricanes right now for me in the power rankings, and these will switch dramatically. I probably should have had the LA Kings even in there in the top 5. They've won 7 in a row, but we could only put 5 in there. I just couldn't took Florida out.
I hear you. I
got
gotcha.
But this Canes team is stacked, balanced attack. They play fast, they play hard. They've got a great leader in head coach Rob Brindamore. I remember him on the bench a couple of games ago. I think it was against Tampa, where he was just not berating, that's the wrong way to say it, fired up behind the bench. I love that.
Revved up.
Guys, not too many choice words. Let's get it going.
How would you be behind the bench?
Like Rod Brindamore.
I would have loved to see you.
But I just love it. But his players respect
you have that fire.
because he expects a lot of his guys. Yeah. The Carolina Hurricanes are the real deal. They're playing great hockey.
All right, these are good. I mean, these are good, but unfortunately, they're not wrong. The correct power rank. Let's get them off the screen.
I want to see what you have here.
Let's get to. I had Florida at number 5.
You kept them in at least.
I kept. You know what? This was the thing. It's funny you had St. Louis at 5. I was back and forth with St. Louis and Florida. But in the end, Florida's played a few more games. I didn't want to punish them too much for an 0-2-1 week. It happens, I thought. It came down to this. They both ended up in their last game losing in extra time. Florida losing to Pittsburgh and the St. Louis Blues losing to Nashville. And Nashville, the second of a back-to-back. And Jackie, we talked about it yesterday. Nashville is seemingly very good in the second of back-to-backs. I think that's 7-1-1 now in their last 9 occasions when they've been in that situation. So I decided to keep Florida in. At number 4, let's get the reveal here for number 4. The Anaheim Ducks, I had them in there as well. I'm with you on the Ducks. Love watching them play right now. Troy Terry is 4th in the league in scoring. I said it yesterday. I love when teams fix problems. Last year, the Anaheim Ducks power play was no good. Terrible. They had, 11 goals in 56 games.
They didn't score.
They already have more power play goals this year than they had all last year, so I like what the Anaheim Ducks are doing right now. They're on a winning streak there at number 4. Let's stay in Southern California. Why not have the LA Kings? And they won 7 in a row, Dana. What do they have to do for you? They won 7 in a row.
It's tough to argue with.
They beat your Devils. You're still a little irritated about that. An overtime game, right? Still a little hot.
There's not much to not like about the Kings right now.
7 in a row, and they're winning on the road.
I could have put the Capitals in, too. I'm going to go on and on.
All right.
But I like the Kings. That's a good pick.
This is my favorite time of year to do these because now we're past that first few weeks while we know that we think is going to be good. And now we got to give some love to these other teams that are playing well. So I got LA at number 3. Number 2, I got the Edmonton Oilers at number 2, and we talked about it. I won't belabor it too much. Just the fact Jackie has used the word layers, I think, for
Yes.
teams this year, and I agree with that. Kenny Holland and that group have done a really nice job of adding real players to this team over the last 2-3 years. They're much more of a team now than they were when Kenny first got there. And then at number 1, I'm with you. I got the Carolina Hurricanes at number 1. Not much to say there. They've only lost 1 game this year. And when you run through the first part of the season like that, you have to be at number 1. So the Canes, Jackie, at number 1. What do you make of it?
Well, what I make of it is that I think the viewers at home are going to think this segment is fixed because
Really?
I submitted my top 5 power rankings thinking, ooh, I don't know, like Jaws might hit the floor here.
Really?
EJ, the first time ever, I think.
Really?
My power rankings are identical to yours.
There you go.
I have the
There
exact
you go.
same lineup, so I'm not going to
You guys talked
belabor the
before the
point, if
show.
you will. But I do have 2 things to say.
All right.
Number 1, the Anaheim Ducks, they do deserve love because they basically said, we're going to rebuild, but we're going to let the kids play. And I think the kids understood the assignment because they are getting it done. Troy Terry has been dynamite. Ryan Getzlaf looks re-energized to me. I think the Ducks are super fun to watch. Will it last? I don't know. But we give credit where credit's due on this show, and right now they deserve the credit. As for the LA Kings, I don't know what's going on in the hockey world, but I was I do my homework. I read up on power rankings from other people, see what they're saying.
Don't waste your time with that,
Make
Jackie.
sure I don't
waste your time.
anything,
Yeah, they don't know what
you
they're talking about.
I couldn't even find a list, and you know what? Because we like to call out Dan Rosen on the show, I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Super 16, and I know it was Wednesday, but they had won 6 in a row at that time, I believe.
Yes, they had.
Didn't even crack the top 16!
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
7-game winning streak, to put it in perspective, only happened 6 times last year, and it was all playoff teams that accomplished the feat. So I don't want to hear, they played bad teams.
Yeah.
Because they played a couple good teams in that stretch, including a Leafs team that had won 5 in a row.
That's right.
And was real confident, and the LA Kings beat them. So I have the exact same rankings as you, Eve.
Yes.
I guess, you know what? I'm learning the ropes from you.
Jackie, let me just say this. You have the exact same ratings now, and you just hammered Dan Rosen. My work here is done.